With this particular job, they want to say textbook, but sometimes things don't work in that particular way. So you have to always expect the unexpected and be ready. That's what I love about my job too. That I do. This is the life of a nurse. We always have to be thinking one step ahead.
We meet people from all walks of life, people who have all different kinds of issues, different kinds of backgrounds, and they all kind of culminate here, and we have to help bring them along through this very difficult time. When you have heart surgery or any other major surgery in the ICU, it's a very difficult time to handle emotionally, physically. So what I like is just kind of being able to help people through that.
The first time I met John was probably a few months ago when he was first diagnosed. And I had taken care of him, I think, when he was first going to be starting treatment. When a family receives the initial diagnosis, it can be really tough. And a lot of times there's not really much you can say. A lot of times it's best just to kind of let them be with their family and talk with each other and grieve with each other. And it's always good for the nurse to be there and to offer comfort. I mean, I'm doing pretty well with it so far, and I know that there's been nurses on the floor that have been here for like 20 or so years, and I don't know how they do it, but hopefully I can be like them one day.
Ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be a nurse. So I like coming to my job every day. I really love what I do. Knowing that when I'm coming in here that I'm going to take care of someone and hopefully make a difference in someone's day is what gets me up. I rarely leave my seat. I may take a lunch, I may not. Because this is my responsibility for 12 hours to care for them.
The patients that come into this unit have lots of different problems. You never get bored. If you think your learning is done, then you haven't learned all there is to learn in this unit.
So our patient that we had to travel with needed to go down for a CAT scan. We had the first one, but we needed to get another one to compare for the two because we don't have good neural functions on her. And when they're on ECMO, it takes a whole crew of everybody to work together to get them down there. So we have to make sure we have our ECMO specialist with us, our fellow respiratory therapy, and then the two nurses and maybe even a tech to go along.
I came to work at University of Michigan after being a patient of Dr. Beauvais. I had a congenital heart defect that wasn't diagnosed until after I had my kids. So I came here and was up on PC2 as an adult and had a nurse who very much took care of me. I really realized that what nursing wasn't. It is drips, and it is skills, and it is all the things that we do, but it isn't really that our families remember. It's hearing who they are, knowing what they need, and I think that's probably my favorite part of working with pediatrics because there's a lot of opportunity for that.
One thing I do, especially in a bigger facility like this, there's definitely a large volume of patients. And one thing I will do is I'll try to get to know patients a little more, and it humanizes them a little bit. That kind of helps me to put in perspective that each person that comes through here has a different story that is unique.
When I was in high school, I was actually had a different career path that I was going to go down. I was going to do occupational therapy or sports medicine. And my mom actually was rushed to the ER for a brain aneurysm and was flown to U of M. How the nurses interacted with her and interacted with her family really touched me and made me want to change my career path and become a nurse. And that's kind of what stuck with me. It made me realize, this is what I want to do. I want to make that impact on somebody else.
When we used to do pediatrics over here, there was a case that really, we had a patient that was burned 100% of her body. And we knew that she wasn't going to live for very long, but to hold her hand and hold her hand and, make sure that she's not going to die alone. You may see somebody's last moments on earth here, and hopefully we can make a difference. Sorry.